Alright, so we're back at Firmament. I think the last time I was playing, we just visited this location. But here's the horizon. Nice looking place. A lot more comfortable than the last chilly place we were in. And that's the pod down there that I came in. Yep, down there. So, right now, just gonna look around a little bit. So we're trying to figure out this whole track system here. Elevator track, whatever you want to call it. Took me a while to rip this video together, so I'm finally getting a chance to get this going here. And I had to cut some parts too because it gets a little boring in some areas. Well, the first thing you kind of think is like the whole objective of this is to get all these trains connected together. So what I'm trying to do is connect them all together here. Using the adjunct to couple them together, but sometimes you have to uncouple them to move a certain way, so that's what I'm doing right now.
We understand.
Kind of like a juggling puzzle where you have to juggle a piece here and then another piece there. And then you have to walk through the vaults in certain areas. And unlock new doors and stuff. So it's I really had to cut a lot of this video because it was a little bit tedious. So I'm trying to remember what I was doing at this point here. Basically, I think at this point I was just trying to connect all the trains together to raise up to the top or something. If you haven't noticed, there's actually a broken track up there on the right side over there. And that was part of the note from earlier. So the controls can be a little bit clunky sometimes. That's a bit of a struggle of this game. To be honest, I don't even really exactly remember exactly what I was trying to do here, because it's kind of like you're just messing around with different parts of the train to get things adjusted a certain way and trying to figure it out. So that's kind of what I was at this point. I was just trying to figure it out. So Yeah, it looks like I'm trying to raise them all at once here. And then you notice this thing up here. There's another car up there with some kind of a piece of a track on it right there. So I'm gonna take a closer look. So there's a platform here we can get on to check it out. And a ladder. So there's definitely a lot of track pieces up here. Spare parts. And we can move this forward. So alright. So my objective here is to move this forward and fix that track that's supposedly on the far end over here.
We are keepers.
I forget if and how there's a way to connect that other one up there, but I don't think I ever do. Yeah, so I noticed something about the way those rails were painted with blue. I don't know if that meant something or if it was just decorative. I think it's just decorative. I don't know what the blue means. Oh, that's actually, I mean, I think that's marking where the power source is. Basically, it's marking where the power source is, kinda, I think. So I think that's what the blue means. Alright, so let's see here. So right there, that's where, up there to the right is where the broken track is, right there. And that's, you can see it falling on the side of the cliff side there. So that's why they had that other one already connected there. So it's lowering. The disappointing thing is, like, they don't show animations of the thing actually happening, so you kind of can get it lost in the side and you missed it happening. But I don't know if that was intentional. But you basically don't see it actually connect to the, well, from this angle at least. But it's connected there, and I'm getting ready to move forward. Okay. So a little problem here. So this is when I realized there's a reason. There's a reason to have that car on the other side of this train. So I'm just skipping ahead here. I have to figure out a way to get that car on the other side of this train to use it as the platform to get there.
We knew about the arrival, that the cycle would change. Channel broke the cycle, and more.
So Turner, who this Turner person is, we still don't really know. But he's not necessarily a good person as far as she's been talking. Okay, so I forget what I'm trying to figure out here. But it's a nice view, isn't it? Oh, more doors that I haven't opened yet.
We are keepers.
Well, you might have noticed there's maybe one or two more of these vault doors closed. I mean, mainly the objective is to have them all open, because by the time you have them all open, then you can easily manipulate this train and tracks and everything. So, yeah, once you have that all set up, that's where I'm trying to get done right now. Because it's kind of like a maze. It's a maze of stairs and passageways inside there, so you have to kind of only take certain paths as you go through certain vault doors and figure out a way around another way. So it can get a little confusing. So I think at this point, yes, plan is to connect the track lift to this side. So I figured it out almost. So I'm up higher now. I skipped forward a few. So we're above that point. And let's see. I realized I could only move 2 of these,
We are united.
so I had to only have 2 of them connected to each other, or else I wouldn't be able to move it. Down, I think. 3 wouldn't allow me to move this whole thing down, so I had to make it 2. But I mean, when I'm playing this game, it's like also just kind of like also just relaxing and taking in the environment and the music and everything. Just like, even if the puzzle's kind of frustrating, it's just kind of nice seeing the environment and walking around in it and everything. I don't play a whole lot of relaxing games, but this is one of them. So skipping forward again. Can't say I remember how long I took trying to figure this out. It was probably close to just a little over 2 hours maybe. Well, I mean, from the point to first getting here and then trying to figure it out, it's probably 2 hours. Okay, so as you can see, I'm on the other side. So I have it connected.
We care for our comrades.
So I have it connected to the other side of there now. Now I'm just trying to figure out how to move it in the right spot. Alright. Okay, so I think I'm getting somewhere. Forward is what we need. Yeah. Alright, so here we are. It looks like we can get up here finally. I'm just looking around, seeing what it looks like from here. So there's another elevator over there. And that's the crane that we used to drop the track. Let's see. There's another one of those arches up there in the sky. Mysterious tall arches, whatever they are for. I think the thing that you can hear the birds in this place, but you can't see them. That's kind of disappointing. Another thing that disappointed me is when I first got here, the first time I played this, and I was waiting to see a bird, and I just never saw a bird. And I was like, how could they have the sound of birds, but you don't see birds? Or animals, like looking down into like the bottom of the canyon and seeing something like walk by through the canyon area or something. Not even that. It's like I got a little disappointed that they didn't have wildlife visibly. You can only hear birds and stuff like that. I mean, that was a disappointment for me. The major disappointment for me was that missing out on seeing creatures. A most iconic thing about their like Cyan worlds, a lot of their games had some kind of creatures in them. Always some kind of creatures. But Firmament, you can only hear them basically. I, I'm like, imagine just like walking around and seeing, but I guess it's part of the world when you,
We are the keepers.
I guess when you figure out more about what the place is about, it starts making sense, but it's still disappointing at the same time anyway. To not see birds flying at least or something. But I mean it's a nice looking game though. I mean,
St. Andrew, home before and now. My purpose was here. My solace is here.
So, I mean, it's a really beautiful game otherwise. I can't be complaining about too much. I mean, there's still a lot to it. It's just kind of disappointing those things, you know. Landscapes are nice to look at, the interesting architecture, the mystery of it. You can tell they spent a lot of time on it, but it just feels like it's missing some things. Looks like there's some pine trees over there on the top of the hill over there. There's another realm that actually has mostly pine trees in it. But actually, yeah, there's a mix of trees in this one, it looks like. I forget what those flowers are called, but I know I've seen them around even where I live. But those are cool statues. I think I was just admiring the front court area of this place for a few minutes just because it was kind of interesting. Oh, I can't use that thing from this side for some reason. I guess I'm just looking at the shadow details and everything. So this one works. We can open this one. Like, not sure if I want to go in yet or just look inside. Because there's this other one over here. So
I awoke from the deep sleep and was mentored in this realm, caring for the animals. Few animals now remain.
So now things are getting a little more interesting. We just got inside this greenhouse looking place. Well, the higher level of it at least. And there's a bit of destruction. Things falling over, overgrown plants. And a mess of furniture and stuff over here.
We are united.
So yeah, as you can see, that's from above now. I was looking up from below before. We are keepers, now and forever. Glory to the threshold. They're like a sextant, tea kit, and a chessboard. Nice cozy looking couch. that you can't sit in, like every other uninteractive thing in this game. And a painting, a very nice painting. Actually, a bunch of paintings all lying over there. Yeah, the thing is, like, you're just trying to look at them because you think, like, maybe you're gonna find some kind of clue just by looking at them, but it's more just like the game is really a big art piece, basically. It's a big art piece with a story. Yeah, there's not like a whole lot of stuff that's clues unless it's something that you interact with. But yeah, it's basically a big art piece with a story. Yeah, that was another thing I kind of got disappointed by is you can't pick up things to look at them, you can't open cabinet doors, you can't, just there's a whole lot of stuff going on that just kind of sits there to look at, kind of. For their previous games being more interactive, that's a little disappointing. And that thing keeps saying something that I keep not looking at. There's a sign on the end of that rail over there. I don't think I even noticed
This is
it
where
when I
I
was
choose
playing.
to spend
I was
my
just kind of
time.
looking around.
After Turner broke our rules, I was broken. The beauty here kept me alive.
So we found another pot over here. Looked like it was green smoke, but I think that's just the glow of the lake coming through the smoke when it opened up. So I guess chambers are like purge chambers to take all the toxins or whatever off of you, so you don't kill the plants, I guess. So this is obviously some kind of realm that they use to grow food, possibly, I would say.
We understand.
Food and herbs and spices and stuff. Vitamins, whatever. There it is again, that sign that I keep passing. If I just stayed there long enough to be able to read it. It looked like it said something about the adjunct. Use the adjunct to open, like raise the lifts or something. That's probably what it was. To rotate the lifts. So here's another platform puzzle. trying to figure out the function of this thing now. There's a lot of stuff going on in this place. It's almost dizzying. You can't focus on one thing because there's like so much stuff to look at. It's like just like getting ready to do something and then you get like distracted by something else that you saw. It's like, wow, what's that? Try not to fall. There's a lot of moving parts in this. So obviously I can't get too high up there. That's about as high as they go. Just a little more level over the top area. And the thing is, there's a platform here that I can get to, and there's a platform on the other side that I'm trying to be able to reach somehow. And there must be a way to make it permanent where you can have all the platforms a certain way and walk across with no problem. So that's what I'm trying to figure out. Unfortunately, I can't reach it still. Because you don't know how to jump in this game. See, like, we're a little bit closer here, but still, it has to be something you can just easily step right over to. You're not allowed to jump in this game. So, as easy as it looks, it's not possible. But somehow those little small corners that the platforms touch each other, you can cross over. That's puzzle games for you. Like obvious ideas that can't work because that's just how the puzzle is. You know, like when there's a wall, like a small wall in your way, but you can't just climb right over it.
We understand.
It's probably something to do with like, oh, it's safety problems. If you do that, it's not safe. It's like, so that's their excuse, I guess. The rubble might fall on you if you try to climb over it. Well, that's true. It's possible. Ah, flowers everywhere. Wildflowers. I wonder if this realm has ticks. should probably check myself for ticks later. So I think like that green glass, I don't know if it's actually supposed to be green colored glass or if it just has a lot of like pollen stuck to it or something. Is that like pollen? I don't know. But it's possible. I think it's just supposed to be green glass. So I don't think I even said it before, but there is a way to rotate these platforms, and I think I might have just passed that point. But below, there's a switch that you use to rotate the platforms. And I have to keep lowering the platform down to flip that switch. So again, I cut a good amount of the video out because I had to do that a number of times. You have to keep moving the platforms up and down, rotating the platforms, going back up, jumping from one platform to another platform until you get it right. So it took a good amount of time to get that figured out. There's a switch down there. So yeah, I think I'm just trying to figure it out now actually. So I'm going to be able to reach it if I lower this platform. You could probably use another platform, but this is the one I chose at the time to reach it. Even with my extended adjunct reach now, I still have trouble reaching that one. Right, so that's probably close enough. So there we are. Connection. So we can go clockwise or counterclockwise. I just kept rotating it counterclockwise. So there we go. That's how you rotate them. There we go. Turned a little bit more. That might have done something. Let's see here. So, let's see here. Can't get from there to there. If I raise this one, I gotta go around the other side here, actually. Hmm. So we can't do anything with that from here. So there's a big elevator thing here, and it goes down. It looks like it goes down outside of the structure, or somewhere below it at least. So, yep, I just gotta figure out how to get those platforms turned the right way here, and I think pretty soon I'm gonna be skipping forward again.
We are keepers. I think I'm realizing I need to go down to rotate the platforms one more time, so I'm trying to figure that out right now. Okay, so that doesn't go any lower. So I guess I have to lift this one up. Alright. Oh, definitely can't reach that. So, lower this one. This is a really puzzling puzzle.
We are keepers.
So I think I'm pretty much about almost there. Just about to raise the platform and get up there, finally. I lost track of what I was doing. It's like it's so confusing. You're going in circles, trying to turn things around and lift up. But here we are, almost there. Okay, so here we are. We made it across, and there is the elevator. How we use it, that's what I'm trying to figure out. It's not working. Let's see. You can look down inside a little bit. Glass floor elevator. Alright, so I don't know why it's not working. I think I just missed something, but I go see if I missed something somewhere else, I guess.
The cycles of life here were used to affirm the disciplines of the firmament. But the simpleness of it inoculated us from what was deeper.
kind of contemplating if I want to go back and just try it one more time if I missed something, I think. So just let's. Yep, I changed my mind. Okay, I think I'm gonna go over and try it one more time here. Yeah, I don't know why I was doing that, to be honest. Oh, I was trying to get all the platforms so I can walk all the way across. So now it should be pretty much almost set up to yeah, that's what I was. Now I remember. So now I can walk from one platform to the other with no problem. There we go. So I think this is about the time I think maybe I should just try standing on the elevator while I operate it. Not working.
We are united.
Okay, maybe not. Maybe I go around for another circle trying to figure things out here. I figured I wanted to check something out at the Swan. Maybe I missed something. Maybe something new happened at the Swan. So let's go check it out.
We all knew the arrival. It was foretold. We waited and kept hoping we would experience it.
that nothing changed much. I kind of cut out whatever it was actually, because nothing changed. So we're back, heading back again. And that little pillar or whatever in the middle that was starting to open up just pretty much was the same as it was the last time I saw it. So nothing really changed at the swamp. I looked all around. I just decided to cut that out of the video because it was like basically nothing to look at. Alright, I think it's about time I try the elevator one more time, like pretty soon. I think when you're playing, you have one mentality. You're just kind of enjoying and relaxing and wandering around, but when you're watching yourself play, you kind of start getting anxious at yourself, like, come on, do something already. Like, why are you just walking around? So, and I'm watching myself play, thinking this way. It's like, come on already. I know what you have to do, just do it already. Alright, so any second now. Here we go. And down we go. Finally, I could have done that easily the first time I got to this thing. So time to see a whole new angle of this place. There's that arch up in the sky again. We only saw a piece of it from the other side of the building. So there's the whole building for the arch over there.
The deep sleep.
And the greenhouse
We
we just
wake,
got out
we
of.
live, we sleep. The cycle. We keep, we are kept.
She always talks so poetically. It's hard to understand what she's talking about. Or maybe I'm just not focused on what she's thinking.
We care for our comrades.
So there's another Omnitrain hamster ball thing here. Off to the reservoir we go. It's a little choppy because there's a lot of stuff going on, but it's not nearly as choppy when I'm playing. Only when I'm recording does it look this choppy. It's fairly smooth when I'm actually playing. I think that's the outside of the reservoir area. It's very industrialized reservoir. It's not like it's part of being inside of the ground anywhere. It's an industrialized reservoir. And what is that thing down there? So it's a four-legged vehicle of some kind. I think it's called a harvester or something. Lots of pipes everywhere, rustin pipes. Steampunk. And weird looking hallways that don't make sense. With interesting light fixtures on the sides. Like I didn't understand the whole idea of well, it looks kind of cool though. Like the shape of it. Why'd they shape it that way? It looks like the inside of an esophagus or something. Is it supposed to look like the inside of an esophagus? I don't know. But getting a closer look at this harvester down here. Or a quad mech if you're a Battletech fan. It's a quad mech. Doesn't have any lasers or anything. Unfortunately, I mean, what if the aliens came to attack or something? You never know. No, it's for harvesting. It's a farming vehicle, okay? It's a harvester. And that's some kind of power antenna thing that I'm trying to figure out how to use, I guess. Camulus power. I guess it's a Camulus? Camulus. Harvester. Something. Vines growing everywhere. That's the thing I love about this place the most is like the overgrowth of nature around the rusted industrial. Like that. And weird looking industrial structures that don't make sense.
We have all that is required.
They have all that's required. It seems. I don't know if they're really true on that. That loudspeaker just says the weirdest things sometimes. We have all that is required except for a human soul or something like that. Look at the reservoirs. It's so beautiful. The sun's shining, the sky's reflecting off the surface. Who knows what's below the water, though? And we have ourselves another potter. Anyway, I think I've gotten close to the end of this episode, pretty much. This was a pretty long one, but, I didn't really know how to edit this, so I was trying to get something done here. I'm probably gonna make it into chapters, but I had to make something out of it. Now it's gonna be figuring out what this reservoir is all about. So when I get back to this, we'll be figuring out what I'm supposed to be doing at this reservoir, I guess. Or how far I'll get with figuring that out before I have to go to another realm somewhere else. But overall, that's pretty much it. Hope you all enjoyed the video.